Ethiopia is home for many nations and nationalities. The country has reached here by passing through different governing systems, namely the feudal, totalitarian, autocratic, unitary, military dictatorship, and pseudo-federalism. Rarely disagreement is seen on national symbols and histories. Many people fancy the existing federalism, but some are very nostalgic to the previous unitary system. This disparity is causing political polarities in the country. Some political commentators claim that political polarity is the product of state formation in Ethiopia. Dr. Birhanu Lenjiso believes the idea of modern Ethiopia was extensively developed by a group of early 20th century Ethiopian intellectuals driven to a large extent by the cognitive dissonance between an inherited sense of cultural superiority and an acute awareness of Ethiopian backwardness. He also argues the concept of nation and nation-state has a problem.
Polarization, I think, is very much the characteristic of the Ethiopian politics, especially since the establishment of modern Ethiopia. Beyond that, I think polarization is becoming a political trend globally, that people take things to the extreme just to sell informations. Some characterize this era as a post-truth era, and the most significant product that people produce, that people sell, that people consume is information. So in that process of information production, manipulation, people take things to the extreme, and that is a source of polarization globally. But if you specifically look at Ethiopia, I think the way we understand history in this country, the way we understand the process of state formation, for example, is the source of this polarization.
Dr. Birhanu notes Ethiopians should identify the difference between nation and nation-states.
And when you bring that to associate that with nation-state and other movements, it even gets very complicated. For example, in my discipline, a nation is just a group of people who share some sort of mutual loyalty, that believe that they belong together. And their belonging is usually explained by their history, if they share history, language, culture, psychological makeup, and a territory, a geographical territory where they reside or they believe they have been residing. These are characterizing features of a nation. In the beginning of 20th century, nation-state has become a very, very important political concept. And a nation-state is a state or a government or a country where a nation, a given nation, has its own government. One nation, one government. It is a type of state government where a nation and a state are at one. So nation means a country means a nation.
The only way to agree on mistakes and blessings happen through history should be healed by national dialogue. That way we change the existing narratives, Dr. Birhanu reiterated.
National dialogue is a process of creating tangible and intangible things that the entire country share together. After that, whatever the process, the state formation followed, if we agree certain things to forget and then to share certain things, and then we continue to move together as a country forward. But that has never happened in this country. There are times when national dialogue as idea come to the table and then disappear. It comes to the table mostly when there is a problem, when there is a political problem. But It is a very critical process of creating a stable country.